Hey, what's up guys? It's Rob here from Rides by Cam. Our custom car building tip today is showing you how we perfect our body lines and how we make our life a lot easier with filler. So no matter how good your sheet metal work is, you're always going to need to put filler down, or we do anyway. We put filler down from one end of the panel to the other so we can fine tune it with our sanding processes, and it also help fine tune our body lines. So we always choose to use a 3M filler. It has less pinholes in it and it's a lot easier to sand. Now at the end of the day, none of us like sanding filler. It's just a job that you just really don't want to do. So if you can use a product that makes that a lot easier for you, then I'm all for it. So fine tuning your body line, it's important. I mean, we all see the bare steel cars. They do look pretty crisp and pretty sharp, but when you put a layer of filler on top, you can sharpen those lines up even better. So we always put a layer of takedown first. We always start with one edge of the body line. So we'll start at one side, we'll back mask off the leading edge of it, and then we'll put our filler down and we'll pull the tape off just at the right time so we can expose that nice sharp edge. We'll sand that down after that. After we've got that to where we're happy with, we'll back mask the opposite way, and then we'll fill back from the other way to the line again, so we can always keep a nice sharp body line. So if you just get your filler and you just fill the whole door, and you've got one body line here and you've got another body line here, all you're going to do is create a process where you're going to have to sharpen that body line up with your speed file or your sanding block, whatever it may be that you're going to use. So to alleviate that and take that time out of the equation, if you back mask and you do one line at a time, you'll keep that sharp edge all the way through every time, and it'll give you the perfect line to sand to every time you're sanding your filler. So before we use the 3M filler, we would have to start with a 40 grit sandpaper. And now that we're using the 3M filler, we can start with an 80 grit sandpaper. Now the Cubitron 2 sandpaper by 3M, it's got such a good cut when we're sanding this filler back, it cuts the time down by half. And touching on what I said before, none of us want to be sanding for any longer than we have to. So the first stage of our sanding would be with the Cubitron 2 80 grit. And as you can see here from putting the filler on, we want to get rid of these lines that you can see from our applicator. So the first stage that we usually do is we knock this all down to the one level with the 80 grit, and then we'll put a dry guide coat on it, and then we'll move to the next sandpaper, which we'll probably run at a 120. After that, we'll put the guide coat down again. We'll run probably with a 180 and work our way up to a 240, which will be ready for primer. But in amongst all that, the guide coat's going to show you any high or lows, and then you can apply more filler if you need to. So the 3M filler that we use, it cuts a lot quicker than most fillers that we've used in the past. And the paper also helps as well, because it's actually got holes in it. When you're sanding this down, it doesn't clog the paper up as much, which helps you out a lot. So it cuts a lot quicker than most putties, and it'll cut your sanding time down by half. So with older fillers in the past that we would have used, we would have probably started at a 40 grit sandpaper, and then you sort of shape it from there, and then you may have to reapply filler and then move up to the 80 grit. Whereas with the 3M filler, we can go straight to the 80. And in some cases, you can even start at a 120 level. But in our case, we started at 80 grit, and then we apply the guide coat, we go to the 180, we apply the guide coat again, and then we get to the 240, which is ready for the paint stage.